Hello, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Red. If you want to stay up to date with all the latest news from the gaming industry, including news, discussions and reviews, then you are in the right place and should subscribe and hit the bell to stay up to date with all of my uploads. It's free and really helps me keep making these videos. And with that, let's get on to today's story. CyberPunk 2077 goes without saying that it is one of, if not, the most anticipated game of 2020. Now on top of that, it is already a contender for many as Game of the Year winner for 2020. Okay, maybe I'm getting a bit ahead of myself with that one. After all, the lineup for this year is amazing. To back up my claim that CyberPunk 2077 is going to be even more popular, we need to have a look at the company and its works. So sit down, stay tuned and enjoy. CyberPunk 2077, when it releases later this year, on September the 17th, will now have more eyes on it than seemingly it did before. This is due to 1. The developer, Projekt Red, the Polish company who created the two cult classic games, though I believe they're not so much cult classics anymore, Witcher 1 and The Witcher 2, and now the very well received Witcher 3, which has made Geralt of Rivia a household name. Not only was The Witcher 3 the Game of the Year in 2015, the year of its release, but many consider it to be the Game of the Decade. I agree that it is the Game of the Decade, not just because it is a visually stunning masterpiece, but because it showed a lot of people that things like side quests can be amazing and engaging, that DLC can take the story to new heights, and that monetization does not need to be in the game to peak its performance. One of the reasons I personally would recommend the game is due to how good the game is for its side quests. The main story is amazing, but some of the side content is so good that other games don't even come close with the complexity of the writing and the tale behind each story. If you play Witcher 3, you owe it to yourself to play through all of it. You will not be disappointed. Witcher 3 did so well, in fact. As we know, NetFlix an adaptation of the novels and created The Witcher starring Henry Cavill. The series, as cited by the article from IGN, saw 76 million of its members watch the series in its first 4 weeks of release. Please note also that Netflix only requires viewers to watch 2 minutes of an episode to count as a view, but even still, after these facts, 76 million is a huge number. To put more of an idea as to how popular the Netflix show is, this article from NPD, which tracks physical sales, shared this blog post about The Witcher show, saying this. In the show's first week, 19 million US Netflix accounts alone watched the first episode for more than 2 minutes, and over 75% of them watched at least 90% of the first episode. Those are incredible numbers. Again, the thought that the number would decrease with the later episodes is almost irrelevant given the 3 weeks later we saw numbers at, as I said above, 76 million. With the runaway success of the show, many people, myself included, dive back into the Witcher universe. I have been a fan since the original game and have read the novels, but felt compelled to reread and replay just to get more after completing the first season of the show. I am not the only one that felt that way. As mentioned in this same NPD article, the novel's sales alone increased by 562% just 2 weeks after the release of the show in the US alone compared to the same time in 2018, and the games saw a 554% increase during the same period. This is mostly due to the Switch port, but The Witcher 3 was 63% higher in sales when looked at on the PS4 and the Xbox One, not including the Switch, which is not bad considering the game has been out for almost 4.5 years at that point in time. No doubt that number could be even higher now as the game heads towards its 5th year on shelves for the PS4 and Xbox One. And also keep in mind this is only the physical sales. Who knows how much bigger these numbers would be if it included the digital sales also. With all the success of the games and the show, CD Projekt Red is under the spotlight. Whether you're a fan of the original game or just starting your adventure with Witcher 3, it is the passion and work that has gone into these games that have made them now widely beloved. So much, in fact, CD Projekt Red is now Europe's second largest video game company, second only to Ubisoft. Take a moment to think about that. Ubisoft, a AAA developer with titles on all platforms, multiple versions from standard to oh my god I can't believe you're giving me this much money editions, season passes, loot boxes, microtransactions, mobile markets. It is being chased hot at the heels by CD Projekt Red, which is doing seemingly none of it. Yes, Gwent is a microtransaction free-to-play game, but what I have played of it, it is nowhere near as money hungry as others. This article shows that CD Projekt Red climbed to the market valuation of 8 billion, up from 6.8 billion just a month prior to the writing of the article. The article is from the 20th of February 2020. Ubisoft is currently valued at a market valuation of 9.6 billion. Remember what I said about what Ubisoft has and what CD Projekt Red has, and it is absolutely astounding to hear that CyberPunk is not even out yet. This goes to show with good public relations, a commitment to the product, and no get-rich-quick schemes, you can make a quality product that is not just loved by gamers but general media consumers also. It is due to the success of the Witcher series by CD Projekt Red and the Netflix adaptation by Andrzej Sapkowski that so many eyes are now on CD Projekt Red. Those who have enjoyed the franchise and the market practices of The Witcher with its level of quality without standard AAA practices will bring CyberPunk 2077 up. And knowing that the creator of the tabletop game in which CyberPunk 2077 is based off has been working on the project also makes people's minds stay at ease for when the release date comes, they will be absolutely blown away. Wow, what an episode. There's a lot of information there. I will leave the links to all the articles down in the description so you can read them at your own leisure as well. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what you are looking forward to most about Cyberpunk 2077, the Season 2 of The Witcher show, and of course, what's your favourite side quest of The Witcher 3? I'll leave mine down in the pinned comment below. Again, if you want to stay up to date with all the latest news from the gaming industry, including news, discussions and reviews, then you should hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to stay up to date on all of my uploads. Remember, it is free and it really helps me in making more of these videos. With that, my name is Red, you have an awesome day, and I'm out.